You ready to roll?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right. So, what's your name and where are you from?
My name's Thomas. I'm from a small town called Newport, Tennessee.
Okay. So, what is your role over here at Safe and Sound Treatment?
Started off as a detox technician, and now I was recently promoted to the admissions department. So now I help people get into treatment over the phone and stuff of that nature right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have like a hybrid role.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm still a tech and I still do admissions work.
So you're open-minded to. So did you ever see yourself getting into this line of work ever?
No, not at all, man. Not at all. I had to like go through the trenches and find out how bad it is. And then like when I got clean, I kind of like felt a passion for like helping people pretty much,
Damn.
you
So you
know.
have. So you're in recovery yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got like, I'm approaching 18 months. It's like 17 months and 20 days or something right now.
Damn. But who's counting?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
what was your? So where'd you originally grow up?
So I was born in Greenville, Tennessee. I grew up in Newport, Tennessee, and then I guess I was kind of like all over, man. I was between like Florida, Newport, and then my teenage years where my addiction happened was where it started to like progress was Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was there from like 12 to 18 probably.
Wow. So okay. So with when your addiction started. So this is the part that I really um, love to talk about. So how did this addiction start? So where, from what you remember, where did this begin?
Uh, Shortly after my mom passed when I was 10 years old, like 11, maybe a year after that, 11, 12, I started smoking weed and drinking alcohol. And then it got worse when I moved to Arizona because I didn't have any like parents. My dad set me up with an apartment and then he like went to prison.
Mm.
And so I just started drinking every day, smoking weed, and then that progressed into like pills. And then it went from pills to like smoking heroin, and then from smoking heroin to shooting it up.
Mm.
And that was all with it from like age 12 to 15, 16 when I started like shooting up.
Wait, so your first time at 12 years old, what substances were you using?
Alcohol and like Vicodin, hydrocodone, stuff of that like that.
At
Pretty much, it was
12.
experimental at first, but I didn't know it was a problem until it was a problem.
So did you, so at 12 years old, you're taking Vicodin. What, did
hmm
it become a regular thing to where you end up having a dependency on it ever
It
at that
was
age?
more of a weekend warrior type thing. I would just party on the weekends, and I don't know at what point. At some point, it just turned into getting a stronger substance like oxycodone, the oxy 30s, and I'd say a month into those, I was doing them every day and like had to have them.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you find pills like that? How did you even know how to take them?
Uh, I had a bigger brother. He was 1 year older than me, and we just got into the wrong crowd. I kind of followed his footsteps in a way. I hate putting any type of blame on anyone. It was my choice to do whatever. Um, but yeah, so him and we kind of got into the wrong group. We partied every weekend, and it just came to us.
So you had an older brother.
Yeah.
So what's the age difference? How old are you and how old is your brother?
In Tennessee, we call it Irish twins. We're like almost like a little over a year apart, like
Okay.
a year and a few days. Um,
And he's older, you said.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he's 1 year older. Yeah, he ended up passing away like 3 or 4 years ago.
From what?
He killed himself. Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
And so how old are you right now?
I'm 29.
29.
Yeah.
So okay, so going back, so you were 12, your brother's probably 13. And
hmm
that was he using this as well? Any partying alongside you? Were you guys real close like that?
Yeah, yeah. We're real close. We're like we don't have parents, so that we're all we had was just me and him. We had an uncle too, but he kind of disowned us. We like stole from him, robbed him
Yeah.
a couple times, but so he disowned us, and we're like all we had, you know. So yeah, I kind of just followed his footsteps a little bit, and we were pretty much just ripping and running the roads.
All right. So
Yeah.
I have some questions on that because I mean, for you to experience, so your mom passed when you were 10 or 11 years old,
hmm
and then was your dad? How was your dad with the relationship with your dad at that time? What was he like?
So he ended up doing a like a 5 year stint. When I was like 12 or 13. So we went to Arizona when I was 12, and then he got us an apartment because we got money from when my mom passed away, and he set us up with an apartment from that money. Then he went to go do his time in Tennessee. We had a horrible relationship with him at
Mm,
first in the beginning, like before my mom passed away. It was great.
mm,
It was really good, dude. Like he was a hardworking man, electrician, master electrician. He when she passed away, he just lost it, dude. Like
mm,
lost everything. Like he just like an addict, dude. He was an addict too. He just started drinking, doing pills, just the whole 9 yards, dude.
mm.
So he got a set apartment, did his stint, and then as soon as he got out from that, however long year sentence he did, he ended up killing like 3 people that were my neighbors in Tennessee for 12 years, and he did that, went back to prison, and
Wait, he
then
killed him not in prison, outside of prison.
yeah, he killed them outside of prison like 3 months after he got out. So and he did that, went back in, and then he ended up killing himself in prison. Like when I was 23, I think that was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Your dad did that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dang.
I didn't have a good relationship with him at all after my mom passed away.
Have you ever had a male role model in your life ever?
I had my uncle, but I'm working on my fourth step right now, and so I'm putting him in there so I can like make amends with him when I get to step 9. But he was a decent role model for like he taught me a really good work ethic. He owned a pool business. He let me and my brother help run the pool business until we kind of, burned that bridge. But I probably had a good role model like that for maybe a year, dude. Other than that, it was just me and my brother. That's it.
Wow. So right now in your life, do you have any role model in your life through this 18 months, someone that's a positive influence?
Yeah, I have my family here, which is in my place of work. I don't have family, so I get to choose
Mm-hmm.
my family. That's the cool
Oh,
part, you
yep.
know. So Mary, I really look up to Mary. She's great, and her husband Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Really look up to those guys. They're strong in their recovery,
Mm-hmm.
and I want that. I want to be fired up for AA or my recovery, my sobriety as much as they are. They're
Mm-hmm.
really really good people. Um, and then other than that, you know, the community I've built in AA, like my sponsor, really good role model for me. Like when it comes to another man, um, he's like basically been through the same stuff I've been through when it comes to like using drugs and being homeless and doing a little bit of time. Uh, I picked him as a sponsor for that reason because he's got like for this reason because he has his own business. He started from nothing, had nothing, and now he's running like a $1 million company
Mm-hmm.
that he built within like 10 years, I'd say.
Mm.
And I want that, dude. So I look up to him too. He's really, really good guy.
So, all right, I got some questions here. Now, what beliefs did you form about yourself as a child that still affect you today?
Um, so when my that's a tough question. I might need to think about that one for a
Okay, there's
second.
some. All right,
Yeah, yeah, that's a tough one.
all right. So, and this is another one. So, this is a thing that I like to do with people. It's called narrative therapy.
Okay.
So, it's a certain modality, and so some of these questions that even if you're open to it, there's things that I still do today, and I could share them with you. They're really
Mm-hmm.
because you saw maybe you saw the book I have, the Epic Journal.
No, I haven't seen that
Okay,
one.
they use it as a curriculum here. So there's a lot of really good questions that you can really kind of when you're asked the right questions. I feel like all of us have the answers within. We just
Mm-hmm.
have to be asked the right questions
Mm-hmm.
and have the right space to answer those.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of things that they really stem from our childhood.
Mhm.
And so you having been through so much from such a young age that I mean, these are huge, huge things that anyone needs to process through. I mean,
Mhm.
these are powerful things. So, if you could talk to your 10-year-old self, what would you say to them now?
Oh, I've been asked this question before. Um,
Okay.
I would say something in the lines of like, um, just because like my dad didn't do it, I would say something like, hey man, like everything's gonna be okay, everything's fine. Uh, this is part of life. You're gonna deal with more, tragic events. You just have to figure out how to cope with these things. And I don't know about telling a 10-year-old not to do drugs, but I would probably in the
Yeah.
lines tell them like, hey man, stay right away from these people and this setting, and don't do this, don't do that,
Yeah.
kind of, you know, stuff that I've like places I've been, I wouldn't not want to like go back to. I would kind of like gel or whatever.
Yeah.
I would just kind of explain stuff like that to him, you know.
I think it'd be healthy to tell a 10-year-old kid because look, I smoked weed at like 9 or 8 years old.
Yeah,
So if someone told, I had no idea. So if someone was
yeah,
like, "Hey, yeah, don't do that,"
yeah.
I got a lot of people that end up in treatment have no idea about this stuff.
Mhm.
There was no education,
Yeah.
or maybe there was, just the right person wasn't telling us. You
Mhm.
know. So all right, so this is something that's it's reclaiming. Now this is when you reconnect with your true self and your true values, and these are some other deep questions if you're open to answering them. Now, when was the last time that you felt truly proud of yourself, and can you describe that moment?
Um, I'd say just here recently, um, whenever I don't know, I've been kind of going through like just some mental health problems, and there's days where I just want to like throw everything away, or you know just like give up. There was a scenario where I was, still going through my mental health stuff. I went to this uh, girl's house, and I I was in the bathroom. I seen this black soot stuff on her toilet. And I'm like, that looks awfully familiar. I know what this is. This is the black stuff on the bottom of tinfoil right here. I didn't know this girl. I met her on Tinder. And so I go confront her. I'm like, what is that stuff? And I look in the trash can right next to her bed, and there's balled up uh, things of tinfoil
Mm,
just in the trash can. I'm like, oh hell no, dude.
mm,
So I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. And I immediately like left. She tried to plead with me, argue with me, whatever. I'm like, I cannot be around this stuff. You don't understand how bad of an addict I am. This was like a month or two ago, dude.
mm,
And I was on my way home listening to who was it? It was Luke Bryan, one of his country songs, and I was like thinking to myself, like, hell yeah, dude. And like I was truly proud of myself, dude. I'd like immediately got out of that situation, called my sponsor, and I'm like, I never call another grown man for help, you know?
mm,
And that's like part of AA too, is asking another us as men asking another man for help, or telling them our problems. And after I got off the phone with him, I was just thinking, I'm like, yeah, dude, like I'm proud of myself, dude.
mhm,
And like it was awesome, man. It was a good feeling to have. Although I put myself in that situation, I kind of decided to like, maybe I should get to know these people before I go to their houses a
mm.
little bit more, So that was a pretty good. That was the last time I was like truly proud of myself, just a couple months ago, dude.
Dang.
Yeah, yeah, it was tough, bro. It was tough.
That's a big deal getting out of there.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, it
the
was.
fact that you know yourself like that to get out, that's
Yeah,
huge because there's going to be potentially more scenarios like that in the future,
yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
And I would say a big part right now, from what I see, is coming from your background to having this hybrid role of what, I mean, what Mary's now seeing in you this more than she's good at that. She sees like the potential in people, and I
Mm-hmm.
love that about Mary. And
Yeah.
so you on your career path, and I know that you admired uh, your sponsor for having business and where he's at in life. Do you have any vision for your life because you're working at a pretty high level job right
Mm-hmm.
now, especially with this hybrid role? Uh, what do you see for your future? Do you have any visions for your life?
Yeah, actually, I'm supposed to have a sit down with Mary about this. I have like, I want to be my own boss. I want to, the 9 to 5 school, it helps me with my recovery a lot, just having a set routine schedule. But I really want to be my own boss. So right now, I'm really big into health and fitness.
Mm,
And I'm gonna sit down with Mary and talk to her about it and kind of like maybe do a test run or see how she can help me or maybe help me market. But I want to start a personal training or a fitness program for places like this where I
okay.
can come in, um, show the guys some pointers, bring them to the gym with me, just show them the basics if they don't know, and to just kind of show them like how working out or fitness or it's good not only for your physical health but your mental health. That's
Hmm.
like a big deal for me. I have to go to the gym almost every single day to like keep everything up here on point.
Yeah.
Like fitness is like a big deal to me. So that's like one of my ambitions right now is to start a business like that. I already have like um, 3 clients,
Oh wow.
personal training them
Yeah.
on the weekends right now,
Wow.
which is kind of a big deal for me. I've never like took a leap like that.
Are they paying you?
Yeah, yeah, they are.
You have a business right now.
Yeah, I
The
have
moment
a
you have someone paying for you,
yeah, yeah,
you have a business right now.
yeah. I was thinking in the long along the lines of, for a name along the lines of like strength and recovery
Yeah.
fitness or something.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress, man, but it's really cool. It's exciting for sure, man.
That is exciting.
Yeah, I love it.
So that was a big thing of my past is entrepreneurship, and I think that there's a lot to learn there. So if you ever have any questions about it,
Yeah,
if you ever want to go there, look at that name first to start. If you like that name, go on
yeah,
GoDaddy and make
yeah.
sure that that domain is available.
Okay,
That's a good
okay,
start.
yeah. I always wondered what that website was for.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So you
Okay,
look, I just bought actually two different domains this morning.
nice,
You
dude.
know.
Yeah.
So, what activities or environments make you feel most like you? Which ones? What do you like to do? What make you feel most alive?
Uh, any type of rock concert ever, like anything, like any kind of concert when it comes to like Tool or like Megadeth
Okay.
or I feel like myself in the gym. That's like my meditation place.
Yeah.
Or playing basketball. This environment right here, this setting. Anytime I'm around like Mary and all these guys, they're like my family. But anytime I'm around them, we're all just like cutting up. Like I can be myself. I can, we're all joking with each other, just like a family would.
Yeah.
Um, that's probably like the most healthiest environment for me where I feel completely like myself, dude, is being anywhere around these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So if you would say for your recovery, so 18 months sober,
Hmm.
right? What has been the biggest things that as far that has kept you sober? Not only sober because people can be sober but very discontent.
Yeah,
Maybe the
absolutely.
guy that's working out take huffing cigarettes in between too.
Yeah, yeah,
That's not very
absolutely.
mindful.
Yeah, no, not at all, dude.
And maybe we'll have to chat them. We'll have to get them there.
Yeah, yeah, for
So,
sure.
what keeps you okay? What is some big things that help you with your sobriety and recovery?
So I was one of those for the first like year, the just discontent. I worked the steps, but not like honestly. The biggest thing for me right now, I picked the steps back up and I'm actually like putting pen to paper, working through them, talking to a sponsor, doing the steps, going to meetings. That's like the biggest thing that's making me content. And ever since I started working the steps again, I'm getting results like promotions at this job. Um, the my ambitions are just skyrocketing right now. Like I want to do so much,
Mm,
and I'd say my step work in this order. It would be step work, um, companionship, and then uh, my gym,
mm,
my gym routine. That's the 3 biggest things that that help me with my recovery right now.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I got three questions. So these are the last ones here. Now, what are you most afraid of now that you're sober, and what would happen if you face those fears instead of avoiding it? Is there anything that comes to mind?
Yeah, I just wrote this down the other day. Um my biggest fear would be to how do I word it? So my biggest fear would be to what is it called when you my biggest fear is not to take an opportunity and regret not taking that opportunity.
Mm.
That's my biggest fear.
Has there been something that a situation where that's happened in the past?
Uh, Not recently. Um, I think that's probably the biggest part. One of the biggest parts the steps are doing for me is like almost any opportunity or helping someone. Like I'll rarely say no. Like side work or like helping someone in the gym, even if it's for free. Like I won't say no.
Mm.
Sometimes if I'm already if it contradicts my schedule or if I'm already doing something,
Mm.
yeah, I'll say no. But 9 times out of 10, I'm saying yes.
Mm.
Um, in the past, yeah. So I mentioned something about my uncle giving me a or letting me help run his pool business. I didn't say no to that, but like I ran it and like ran it to the ground. My brother and I, when we were like 14, 15 years old, strung out on heroin,
Mm.
ran it to the ground. Um, we so the part that I regret when I worked the steps several years after that was like saying no on making amends with him because I was scared to like of what he would say or
Mm.
maybe rejection or I was scared for some reason. It's probably rejection
Mm.
that he wouldn't forgive me.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the biggest regrets I have. But I'm about to uh get back to my nine step and make amends with him again. So
So your brother passed, you said.
hmm
How long ago was that?
it was like 3 4 years ago. It'll be 4 years this August.
Wow, my
Yeah,
brother too.
yeah,
It was in August he passed.
yeah. It was like August 3rd, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah.
How is your relationship now with your brother now that he has passed? Do you have any relationship with him there?
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. Every year I like to, kind of do something to honor his memory. A little bit. It kind of sounds cheesy, but
Mm-mm.
I'll just write him a little letter and like just throw it off the. I'll go to the pier in HB
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just like throw it off the. I'll burn it, keep the ashes, and I'll just throw it off the pier.
Mm.
Kind of just like to honor him a little bit. At first I felt like abandoned. That's probably like my whole like story right there. My like problems root from is like abandonment. I felt like he abandoned me,
Mm. Why?
because that's all him and I were all we had. My dad abandoned me, my mom abandoned me, um, my sister, and then when he like took his life, that was like I just felt betrayed, dude. But now that I'm working through it, I didn't work through this until like a year, 2 years after he passed,
Mm.
and now that I'm kind of coming to terms with it, I am to terms with it. Uh, it's a pretty good relationship. I understand he was going through his thing, and if he felt that was the right decision he had to make, then he was probably suffering worse than I could ever imagine.
Yeah.
He had way worse mental health problems than me. He was like diagnosed schizophrenic,
Mm.
bipolar. Like this dude was crazy. He
Mm.
was really crazy. So I'm sure he was suffering way worse than me, man.
Yeah.
So I understand to an extent
Yeah.
probably why he did it.
Yeah. He did that. That's it. That's all he knew.
Yeah,
That was his out.
that's it, man.
And I think over time, I mean, I've lost my dad from suicide too, my brother
hmm
from an overdose, and we have some similarities, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy,
And what I've
man.
learned over this last, I've been sober since April 4th, 2014, and what I've learned through all of that is that that relationship with them starts to change.
hmm
And so knowing that, trying to tapping into that spirituality aspect over your journey of that, sometimes they can become useful, and they
Mhm.
can that sometimes you can have that anger, and you'll move through all these stages of grief to some point. Then you end up asking them for some signals like, hey, look,
Mhm.
I'm about to go off on this journey.
Yeah.
Maybe you start to utilize that, and that relationship changes based on wherever they're at.
Yeah.
Wearing some funky thing, man. Can't
Yeah.
deny
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
So it
Yeah.
always evolves, and I gotta say, man, you were strong, man, and to be where you're at from what you came through is absolutely brilliant. Every time I do these interviews and I get to hear someone's story, it's
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. So, for someone right now, we were just talking about this before we started it. If someone's watching this and they are trying to make that shift, they're wanting to get sober, what would you tell someone? What's some type of suggestions or guidance that you can encourage someone that may be struggling?
I would say something in the lines like hey, you're not alone in this. Whatever you're going through, like you and I, like we have a lot of similarities. For the longest time I thought I was the only person with these problems, or at least, you know, to an extent like I'm the only one who's like got 3 suicides in their family, whatever. You're not alone in this. There's people that can help you. If you don't have anything, you can find that through AA, spirituality. If you don't have God, you can, he might not seem like he's there right now, but he's always there.
Mm.
Um, I would say just, you know, reach out one time. Maybe that's all it's going to take,
Yeah.
you know, and yeah, I'd say something in the lines of that, pretty much.
All right. So now, how has your sobriety changed your view of yourself and your future? I'll end with that.
Um, my sobriety has been everything for me, dude. Like in my addiction, I've never had like goals or ambitions except for like who has the biggest bag,
Mm,
who has the biggest sack or whatever, who can sell the most drugs. Like those are like it's so dumb, dude.
mm-hmm,
But dude, my sobriety is everything to me. If I lose my sobriety, I lose everything. There's no dipping my toe in the water. There's no. It's either I'm all in or nothing. That's how it is with me. That's how it was in my drug addiction. That's how it's got to be with my sobriety too.
what does sobriety mean to you?
Sobriety means being there for other addicts. It means doing the right thing, um, getting all of your just getting your life together, starting a family, um, having a heart, pretty much.
All right. So with that, I'm gonna end on this. Who is Thomas today?
Thomas is a 29-year-old man that um, that is very ambitious. He has goals. He doesn't rob people anymore. He doesn't let his past define him. Um, and Thomas has a future.
Yeah, he does, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Heck
absolutely.
yeah. Well, thank you so much for doing this,
Yeah,
and
dude.
I'm looking forward to connecting with you more. As I'm gonna be a bigger part of Safe and Sound, and
Yeah,
I'm
man.
happy, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.